This is Travis, and welcome to Drunk Talk. Stay sober, my friends.
What's going on, brothers and sisters? Travis coming back at you with another round of Drunk Talk. People oftentimes think that once they quit drinking, their life is going to change dramatically, immediately. As an alcoholic, we tend to want things now, and we want it quickly, and we want things to just happen for us. Why ain't I being successful? Why isn't this happening to me now? Blah, 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 blah. The problem is that drinking is a problem, but you have to make the change. It's a life change. It's an entire life change. It's not just the drinking by itself. When I first got sober, I had no job, nothing to my name. I got out of rehab, and my dad ended up giving me a job. Basically, what I did was I sat on a bucket and I washed car windows. People would service their cars at this particular automotive place. And once the mechanics were done changing the oil, they would drive it over, and then I would wash the windows and kind of vacuum it out. I made like $9 an hour. I was 28 years old, and I was washing windows. And that's where it started. While I was washing those windows, while I was sitting there washing those windows, I began to read a book. I really didn't even know what I was doing. I just knew I needed to do something. I knew my way of life was the wrong way. So I went to the bookstore and I got a book. It was Tony Robbins. I believe it was Unlimited Power. I think that was the first book. And I read that book in between cars, and it changed my life. There were some things that were in the book that taught me how to rethink and relook at the world. And I was willing to open my eyes to new possibilities. And I knew that my situation was going to change. I wasn't going to be washing windows for the rest of my life for $9 an hour. I knew if I just kept my nose to the grindstone, stayed sober, stayed clean, that my life was going to dramatically change. And a day became 2, and 2 became 3, and 3 became 4, and those days slowly started, building up. And then one day, eventually, I went into the reconditioning department. Got a little bit of a raise. Moved up the ladder there. Found another opportunity at another job. I worked there for about 2 years, and then I was laid off. And I thought my world was coming to an end after I lost this job. The next day I got a new job. And I moved to a different town, and I started a new life in Aberdeen. I worked there for 5 years. Bought a house there. Bought another house. Now we're here 8 years later. And I have this farm. I'm selling one of my houses in Aberdeen, and I'm keeping one as a rental property. So I went from my parents' basement and washing car windows as a job to now owning 3 homes in 8 years. It's simple daily disciplines over time that equals success. Earl Nightingale once said, what did he say? Earl Nightingale once said, progressive realization of a worthy ideal is success. or something along those lines. But the point is, as soon as you quit drinking, your life isn't going to change. You're not going to instantly become rich. You're not going to, get a sweet job. You're going to probably wash car windows. If you're in a little better situation, you'll probably have a little better job. But that was my case. I lived in my parents' basement. I had medical bills from going to rehab, and I was washing car windows. And like I said, today, I have mortgage debt, but I don't have any other debt, and I own 3 homes.